But in all seriousness, is it time to finally end Garry's Mod? Because back in the day, every single time we started playing Garry's Mod, you said the last time you play, you'd have to build some sort of mech.
I just want to do a mech properly, because everyone's done mechs wrong for years. I'd need the Yielder. He's my inspiration. He is my muse, my flame.
My flame.
Because I wouldn't want to... Look, I could bring Gambit in on the fold. But Gambit is far too artistic faggot.
The
Hey,
guild
fuck
has
you.
left the
It
server.
would look fine. It would look like a mech for an anime. But it wouldn't be functional the way I want a mech to be. The industrial craft I want for a mech.
I don't
Like,
know
what about
if you
just
know
two
what I
Tatras
know,
for legs?
Zeos.
2 Tatras for legs with massive ammo storage in the back. And it just feeds up its back, its hindquarters.
Sounds like a tank.
Well, that's the point. Mechs don't function with we could still lift one up. We just shift its upper mass over and be able to lift in place and then move on.
Are you guys still discussing the feasibility of a mech in Garry's Mod? A functioning proper... No. You have to cheat so hard. So hard.
But that's what Garry's Mod is, Yield. It's cheating to get what you need done.
Well, you might as well just go into fucking Blender and make a 3D animation of it happening and call it good.
No, in Garry's
Can we
Mod.
done and then import it into Altera? Look, if Garry's Mod could be considered anything, it's a rapid prototyping thing. You get in there, you touch shit with your hands. And then after that, you say, okay, this worked. Let's look at it in a modeling program and make it actually work better. Because obviously you don't need to fucking worry about access constraints in Blender or fucking SketchUp or anything else.
Yeah.
You know what Garry's Mod is? Garry's Mod is a replacement for Legos and paper.
To be honest,
You could draw something on a paper.
we could
you build with
use
Legos. Yeah.
Garry's Mod's probably a good tool for you, Zeos, to get ideas flowing for Altera and other people. Like you said, you can get in and get an idea mocked up super quickly with super basic... How difficult is it to go constrain 2 objects together in a fucking modeling program? It's a decent amount of work versus Garry's Mod. Spawn 2 props. 2 left clicks, and what? You click the axis tool, another 2 left clicks. You're done, and it's there.
Gay.
I mean, it's a super quick mock-up. I mean, you can... It can be as simple or as complex as Garry's Mod will allow you to be.
You would never be able to build the entire mech, ever. It would just fail to save. But I could certainly build a head, an arm, the torso, the weapon system, all separately, and say, this is it. Imagine
That's not satisfying at all.
Yeah, it is. You know what? If he had every... Look, if Zeus had
Yeah.
across the map laid out awesome, he could have the head functioning in one area.
Exploded view.
And then he could... Yeah.
Do you
And then he
remember?
could have an...
Hybodo, you were there? Shh, shh. Were you there when Omicron showed off his exploded view expression chip?
Maybe? Yeah, no, yeah.
You clicked a contraption, it removed all the constraints, froze all the props, marked the center point, and then he hit a button and it would expand exponentially out, the outside props more than the inside props, more than the inside prop, and it was like an exploded view. It was nuts. Man's a fucking mathematician genius. With a kid, because he knocked up some whore.
I don't have him on my
But yeah.
Steam friends list.
You're a faggot then. Yeah, that shit was crazy. But yeah, if you could prove
Wait a
each
minute, yeah, I
individual...
did. Where'd
you
it
can't,
go?
You cannot get yield. Even you know this from your limited play of Garry's Mod recently. You know you can't get a big, complicated device to work. None of it's moving around. Tanks hardly work. They're just bad. It's just Garry's Mod is bad. I'm tired of dealing with its shit. Something static, you can build all day.
There's so many people named Omicron on Steam, it's absurd. 499 people.
I accidentally put on Monster Magnet's Tractor. Hold on. I need to have this whole song play through.
I like Monster Magnet. And it was working. We had it working at one point. It was... you were there, Yield, for his ETF thing, right?
And you were there, and you were...
Were you or weren't you? Yield. Hello?
Yeah, what?
Were you in Gary's mod with us when he was building his ETF machine?
I don't think he was there.
Cause
The big mining truck, the big mining cargo truck.
Yeah. You ready? You ready for a lick?
Ready for a what?
You ready for a boner?
The bigger one? Yep. Ah. What an ambitious project.
The idea was there, Zeos. The problem is we tried to make it look so nice. There was just too much moving shit.
No, not true at all, because it worked flawlessly. The problem was, I got to the point where it was like, alright, now let's make it look like a trick. And I stopped. That's why when someone...
No, it was a, you remember,
someone asked...
But it was a
someone asked for advice. Someone asked for advice in home theater and said, what's advice? If you're setting up a home theater, what do you do? And someone gave the best advice you could ever give to someone who asks. Put the TV up last. Because as soon as you put a TV up and you could see things on it, you stop doing what you're doing and you just start fucking watching. I need to make it look pretty first, like I did with the Viper. The Viper couldn't drive around for 2 weeks. It was just a pile of parts, frozen in space. And when it was done, I did the mechanicals in a day and it was done. The ETF truck. I have videos of the ETF. The ETF truck was a plate that was so much fun to drive around, it wasn't even fun. Let me get to the video. Part of the video.
It was a laggy fucking pile of shit, though. You remember? I mean,
it's Garry's mod. 3,000.
No. It was like we couldn't have other shit going around at all when that thing was going. It was something had to give, and we just.
Something had to
There you go. Look at it. That's all I did. I got on the server, I spawned that, and I drove it around. Was it done? No.
Actually, right there.
1,700 in with all that.
well. I remember it being worse
I don't know if
than
they're
that
powered.
at one point. What the fuck is... Why is it going so nicely there?
This might be before there's any, old... I'm just dragging it around, I'm not driving it.
Yeah. See, the rolling frame, I guess, worked well, huh? Look at that shit.
Yeah, it looked great. What the hell are you talking about with laggy? There was nothing laggy yet.
No, it got to a point. I didn't remember this point in the build where it rolled and didn't lag.
When the wheels were powered, there was an issue. It's to a newer video when shit starts freaking.
Oh, this is you adjusting the suspension height.
Yeah, that's like mid-wheel down here. That was with the PID that was trying to level it when you drove along. Extend one if it was up too high, and the guy fucking coded it all.
Yeah. Alright,
look at the
here,
quality.
let's see
Yeah,
what's
that's
happening.
Never let IT man help you with this. It's trying to extend and retract hydraulics to level it, and then the whole thing is just flipping the fuck out. Oh, but now go to like 26 seconds. Oh no, 26 seconds when it's still failing. It doesn't conform to the hill. Yeah, we got it someplace. Who was coding this for us? God, I'm sorry, I don't recognize the voice.
IT man.
Oh god. It's like, no, I don't have a suspension now. Is that IT man?
IT
man. I'm a race car.
I've made it completely. I've made your fancy suspension completely rigid by accident.
Where the fuck is it? Oh, getting the steering to work on that with my steering wheel. That thing only steered with my steering wheel, and all 4 turning axles were different. I will stop it. They had to be programmed individually on each side because of the width of it.
No teleportation.
That's what the PID was for load leveling.
Old school.
Yeah, you get here the way you get here. I hope it's not no cloud at all. Yeah, just the wheels are frozen. Two sets of wheels, so it won't roll away.
Well, may as well unfreeze it.
Yeah. I should probably undo-collide all that.
It supported it.
Do I even have a server? I don't think I even have a server. I haven't paid or checked in months. Was this February? February of last year.
Holy shit, it was over
been
a
a
year
year.
ago. Oh, I can't
Wait,
believe it's been a
25,000
year.
first.
I remember working on this.
Okay.
I remember waiting for Strata to show up.
I remember
impressive,
waiting for
but
Stratic. That was
it's
annoying.
Yeah, it's like, when's Strata getting to work on the rest of it? Now we just sit there playing with it. Because I didn't want to work on it, he was doing a great job. And then it was like 5 miles an hour. Rear wheels remain locked straight. Oh man, go to the end of the video.
You're driving
Put
it
it
around.
13 minutes in.
I'm watching. I'm right now.
13 minutes in, I just start fucking wailing on it. It's just fucking perfect. I was considering if I did a model for Altera, this would be it. Because everything you're looking at here is doable. I'm pretty sure it's all doable. It may... I don't know how the wheel constraining is going to work, but I can certainly turn things individually with different... Oh, it's like a fucking snake.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's so cool. I just enjoy looking at it. I'm done. I don't have to play anymore.
No, you know, we...
Oh, I just ran over Stratic.
It's gotta be done one final time. And retire it.
Like a U-turn. I would do... I do like... See those 3 wheels? I'd miniaturize this set of shit that you're looking at here. Maybe like 2/3 size. And then put 3 of them per leg on a mat. So it has... it would just rock over... It would just collapse down, rock over terrain. Get into... And then in a city, it would, you know, squash them together and get the fighting stance. Murder ball effort.
This cab is shaping up pretty well, if I say so myself.
I think it's appropriate to go back in one more time. Plus, if we do go back in, now that we'll be properly documenting everything video-wise, or I will at least, I think it'd be a cool idea to go do... Once you have your mech built, and during all of this, it'd be cool to do a recap of beginning to end what big milestones you hit. So like, what was the first big suspension? Like,
an obituary? You're saying obituary?
Bam. First suspension style, and then okay, what did we come up with after that? Like just line up just simple vehicles of all the old suspension styles, engines, different, some just crazy shit. And just get it documented. Say, we used to, and just play around with it, and just get it all out of our system. You gotta go back and visit everything before you leave it forever, because we gotta go back once more, and then retire it. You should see if you do have a server, because that's probably...
If I don't, it'll up you up to Zill. Which means Minecraft will have to go down when we're playing that. And then it'll have to go down, everything will have to go down when we play Arma. Yes, Yield, do you want to play with something on your phone? You just figured something out. Yeah.
What?
Where is he? Do you have your dynamic compression on and your Dolby headphone wrapper?
I'm not using that at the moment. I was
Really?
testing without it for a while.
Well, I was just noticing that in my meter, I was going over peak value without that on. And I put it on, and I played again, and everything stopped at 0. So it prevented anything going over peak 0. But it was bunching everything up. It was compressing it, obviously. Taking that off taken the amplification slider in the Dolby thing to 70%. Every song I've played which has loud bits, nothing touches it. It just touches 0 and that's it. It sounds amazing.
Really?
Sounds like I fixed something. Of course, dynamic compression, bad. But you don't want it to over-peak, because I had dynamic compression off, and it was like, there was always something bothering me. So it actually lowers whatever the Dolby amplification algorithm is. And you just have to put the volume up a little bit more. And it sounds better. Still in DH2 live room.
Oh, see,
But
Zeos, here's what I was getting at. Before we're finished, because we gotta
It's
go
like
back.
relaxing the insanity.
Oh,
You have to go, like, remember these old engine styles?
beat
You gotta
you.
build one of these, just on a simple rig and show it off.
he beat
You gotta go back and think of all the big
Engine
milestones.
carpet. Oh god, no.
More pistons make more fast.
This is where I lose. This is the one where I lose.
You know
Delete
what's,
from
you know
the
what's
internet.
weird?
Then you're making
It's
race.
big, but look at how well they stayed together, and look how quick you made it
going back
across
and
that.
forth.
Remember when we've been trying to do engines recently?
Yeah, you know what?
And they're so
You see
unstable.
GM10. Gmod 10, before the big update, was more stable. Was better for things. You go through my videos of everything from Garry's Mod 10, before he had the big update to Episode 2's engine. Things were more stable. There was no snapshot overflow. It got worse. The fucking no-clip went to that goddamn digital instant stop crap, which sucks ass. No one made a plugin to fix it. They're like, I don't want to be moving around in a modeling program. I want to be flying around. Yes, I want a slow key. That's fine. Yes, I want a fast key. That's fine. I don't want it to let go. Stop. Right? I want it to. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it to this day. It's one of the reasons I stopped playing Garry's Mod. I used to be able to like take off no clip while moving. I just plop down on the ground, run forward, jump, turn on no clip, and it was a smooth process. And they ruined.
See, weird shit.
That-
You'd have to get a simple version of one of these
That's-
rebuilt and just show it all off.
Go engine, go!
It's got to be done. It's going to be a big Garry's Mod adventure. But Garry's Mod is still this oddly popular thing in that circle of internet.
Have you been to RGMod? Have you been to RGMod? Go there, see what's happening, and tell me why I should play that fucking
Is it just Gmod?
RGMod.
It's all just poses and shit, I'm going to assume.
Just go there. The first post wasn't even poses. But what are the two top things? What are the three top?
Yeah, no, they're all poses. Just images, pictures, poses.
Oh,
Fucking people just being shot in the face. There's some black guy being thrown by a fucking T-Rex, Velociraptor thing. There's another one of the Just Cause model, or the fucking, not I know, what game is that? The new one that came out. Fucking...
yep, videos for you.
What do you got here, Bob? What a weird little...
Wow, that's cool. Wood on the ceiling of a room.